So the question is, how do you decide whether you pivot or stay the course? And this is something that quite often we'll need to make a decision at, either at the sprint review or pretty close after it, where the product owner decides whether we're going to pivot and change direction based on what we learned, cancel the whole thing, or we need to stay the course. And I think it's going to depend on an awful lot of factors. There's loads of things that the product owner is going to have to take into account. What the business wants, the direction the business is going, what the stakeholders want if they're separate groups, what the customers want and what the direction is going, and what the team wants as well, and what the current state of the product. So all of that information kind of comes into this funnel, and then you have to make that decision. And sometimes the right decision is to walk away. So sometimes that's going to be the right decision. And it actually, you wanna be really careful and avoid the sunk cost fallacy, right? Where if you've invested so much money in something that you feel like you can't let it go and you have to keep moving it forward. I worked at a bank here in the UK called Intelligent Finance, and they were anything but, by the way, it was an oxymoron. But they had this XML based form generation system, and they'd invested so much money in it that they had to use it, and they kept using it going forward, even though it was demonstrably and arguably the wrong implementation, that there were better ways to solve the problem, that when it was solved at the time, right, that was the right way. And I think that's an example of staying the course when you shouldn't stay the course, right? That should just be, let's figure out how to solve this problem a different way that's more effective. Another great example, probably one of my favorites, is Nokia, right? Microsoft bought Nokia, and Satya had to make a choice, right? Do we stay the course? Do we keep moving forward? Or do we pivot, right? Maybe we do something a little bit different, or do we have to just abandon it? And his choice, based on all the information he had at the time, was to abandon it, which was probably the right choice to make. But that was what, a $8-9 billion write-off of investment. Microsoft had just bought it, and he, as soon as he came in as CEO, he actually, there's if you've read his book, he arrived at Microsoft just too late to stop the deal. He didn't want the deal to go through at all, and it was too late for it to stop. So it was immediately upon the purchase. He's like, we're gonna have to write this down. We're gonna have to write it off. And the implications are huge, right? Because that has implications at that level. That has implications on share price. It has implications on other companies, on vendors, on all of the companies that have built up things that they were building on top or delivering in combination with Windows Phone. And yeah, they just had to kill it. So as a product owner, you're accountable, right? In that case, Satya was the product owner for Microsoft, the CEO. Hopefully your decisions won't be as big or as scary as that, but they can be as big and scary within the context of what it is that you're doing, and it's your call, right? And you need to make that call with incomplete information. If you wait long enough that you've got all the information you need, it might be too late. So sometimes you have to make that call, place that bet, or fold when based on the information you have, based on your gut. You've got the data available, and then add your gut feel to it. What do you think is going to happen, and work the probabilities. So don't keep investing in something that you don't believe is going anywhere. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, follow, and subscribe. I always reply to comments, And if you want to have a chat about this or anything else, Agile, Scrum, or DevOps, then please book a coffee with me through Naked Agility.